All right, we are live. You guys, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. For those of you that are joining us online, I'm Jennifer Bagley, CEO of Dynamis International, otherwise known as DNet. And we're doing a quick 15-minute session this morning. It's called Accelerate. This is a show you can find on DNetTV.com. If you just go under TV shows, you'll see a drop-down of different shows that we have available. And this is really designed for a member network. It's called Accelerate because that's the goal. We want to accelerate you through the process, get you involved as quickly as possible, and make sure you're able to start seeing those accelerated results. That is part of being involved in the network. So with us today, I have some guests. I have Sharon and Miss Kay, all the way from California. I'm going to see them in, I think, like 24 hours. And I'm so happy to see you guys. And I have our business partner as well, Ken Pearson, with Mother Node and the king and godfather of CRM.
Okay, thanks.
So we've got another show right after this you guys don't want to miss. It's called CRM Mastery, and that's Ken Pearson and I will be going over different elements of our back office, how to best get the best use out of it, how to make sure that once you get involved, you're able to show up, suit up, and participate by putting all the right information in the right places so that you can be found by the network. But first, I'm going to introduce a few people to the network that I'm very, very excited about, and I know there'll be more formal introductions that tell you all about their business, but right off the bat, first thing I want to do is introduce and welcome Anthony Zapata. We held a stage together a couple years ago, and he is incredible. Powerhouse speaker, powerhouse business strategist, owned a consulting company for many years, and I really like the fact that he has a very agnostic approach to being able to help business owners find the right tools and solutions and the right vendors and service providers. So he's going to be playing a couple roles within DNet. One, he's going to be a senior strategist, and that's his background. That's what he's done for years. And secondly, he's going to speak on our network. So we're very excited to have him. In addition to that, he has a very good friend that owns a web development and design agency called Yellow 7, and they've recently joined the network as a vendor within the network. And we are incredibly excited. Right now, I will tell you, in our environment, the one thing that we need more than anything is web designers, SEO companies, small, medium, and large. We've got a tremendous amount of opportunities in the system and people needing help in that area. So if you're in the digital marketing environment, then that's going to be a great opportunity for you. So we're happy to have Yellow 7. In addition to that, I would also like to introduce Steve Gallegos, and he is a powerhouse speaker located here in the DFW Metroplex. We are incredibly excited to have him on the team. He's already ripping and moving and making things happen, so he's going to be a great addition to our speaker network. And for all of you that are hosting events, be very excited that you're going to have him on the team and available to speak as well. In addition, let me see here. I'm just picking out a few. I think I'm going to leave the other ones to Miss Kay. Kay, would you be so kind as to introduce the network to our fabulous, I wish he was here, I get to see him in a couple days, Casey Everhart.
Yes, so I thank you for the pleasure of being able to introduce him. So I would like to introduce Casey Everhart to our DNet family network. He is, well, one of my dearest friends in the world, as well as a fabulous speaker. He has books, CDs, he speaks all over the country for about networking, how to develop leads, what to do with them, you know, thinking outside the box, you know, who to talk to at a networking event. We also brainstorm a lot on social media. I mean, he and I have done a lot of business, I don't want to say deals together, but, you know, we kind of
Partnered.
Yeah, we partner up. We've been strategic partners and friends for years, so I was very, very ecstatically happy when he decided to join the DNet family. So welcome him aboard.
I love it. I love it. Now, with Casey, Casey has lots of wives. I shouldn't say it that way. However, one of his other dearest friends is Karen Glasser. And
yes.
For those of you that know me, I refer to all the best friends as wives. So anyway, Karen Glasser is absolutely a powerhouse. Now, she runs an organization called Promote Your Passion. that's how we actually wound up meeting. So Casey and I wound up holding a stage at one of her events. She's done events all over the nation. She has an online television show called Business Banter, which is incredible. And I just got notice this morning that we're going to be able to bring Business Banter onto DNetTV and have it as one of its regular shows. So I'm really excited about that.
That's fabulous.
I am so excited. And I think you guys all have another person in your network that joined this last weekend, Miss Stover. Kathy Stover, can you tell us a little bit about her?
Yeah, Kathy is a social media expert, speaker. Gosh, she's kind of a jack of all trades in the social media world. And she's good friends with Casey and with Karen, and so they were able to bring her on board as yet another speaker, another vendor, another social media view. And so it's exciting to have somebody else in the social media arena on board. So I can't wait to interview Kathy myself and see if we can't get a little little stuff going. So it's great to have. It's great to have people in the network that do what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. She, the first conversation we got into, she's really excited to be able to generate new opportunities for you guys and be able to partner. It's tough being out there on your own when you need more resources or you have extra business and you run out of bandwidth. So it's going to be, I think, a really good fit for you guys to be able to partner, which is great. All right. I appreciate you making those introductions. And let's see here. I don't want to go over our list because we're almost out of time, but I do want to take a minute to walk those new members through the process of getting started and just give you a few pointers. Now, when you jump on board, you're going to have a member kit, and in that member kit, it tells you exactly what to do. But for the purposes of being able to accelerate your results within the network, this is my personal recommendation. So this is not necessarily the step-by-step program, but if you were me or I were you, then this is what I would do. First of all, you guys jump on our fan page. Go to facebook.com/DNet events and get involved. Show up, suit up, participate. You hear me say that way too many times. However, it's the truth. I see a lot of people sit on the sidelines, so it's not time to do that. The next thing is subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're constantly interviewing all of our members. Cross members are interviewing each other and so forth. And so it really gives you the opportunity to stay abreast of who's coming into the network, who the major players are, who the major role players. That way you can align yourself with, one, those parties who are going to be a good fit. Two, learn who you want to promote. The entire network is about promoting other people, not standing up and doing a dog and pony show or a, what does Casey call it, a monkey dance, I think? So,
there is no telling.
I don't know, but it's really about figuring out who's going to be a good partner for you to be able to tag team with and be able to help promote their business, learn what they do, and be able to help generate new business for them. So that's the next thing. So one, Facebook channel. Two, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Of course, follow us on Twitter as well. We just launched a new Twitter account, so that's growing. Next, you guys, follow DNetTV. Jump on board. Subscribe to the RSS feed on DNetTV. You want to see what's going on. That's where we're posting the majority of the videos, the shows, the interviews, the events, the broadcasts, and so forth. So you definitely want to get involved there. The next thing is, this is a business and you've got to run it like a business. So I'm going to be adamant about this. Once you get involved, there's a piece of this that is technically a hard part. You have an incredible piece of technology, which is our back office, which is our CRM solution. Inside that CRM, that is what will make or break your time and involvement in the network. The details that you put inside that, your commitment to utilizing it, managing the business with it is critical. Ken, you have owned and operated and ran very large ERP and CRM companies. I know that you have seen the gamut from top of the line users and those people who they own the technology, I'll say that. What is your advice to somebody who gets involved of how to dive in to the CRM system right away and how to make that commitment, and more importantly, why it's important?
You know what? That's a really good question. I'll tell you what. There's two kinds of users. People who are the ones who make the decision to get onto a CRM, and those who feel that they're forced into it. Anybody who feels like they're forced into it is going to make that experience just a flop for their company. Anybody who really embraces it and realizes that the potential and the value of a CRM in your business those are the ones who end up being the success stories. So my advice, and Jen, you've heard this from your years with SAP installations and such, you have to get buy-in from everybody on the team. And anybody who's going to be touching that thing needs to agree that the CRM that they're selecting is the right CRM to fulfill all of the needs within the business, or at least as many as you possibly can. So buy-in from a group, anybody who's going to be using that is going to be extremely important. And I would also say this, if your company doesn't have a CRM, you need to get one, just point blank. You have to have something to manage your sales pipeline, but most importantly, your customer activity. Absolutely have to have one. So doesn't make a difference which one, just go get one.
So this is the deal. As a part of the member in the network, they're using ours. And since they're joining our network, everything that they do surrounds our back office, our CRM. If they have an outside CRM, that's great, but as it, and they need that, but as it relates to DNet, in order for them to show up as a vendor in the network, so if I own a web design agency and I have too much business this month and I need to hand off my business to another web design agency, I need to be able to look through our vendor network and I need to be able to see who are all the vendors in the system. So first thing is putting yourself as a vendor within the network. The second thing is the way that you put your products and services. So once you join DNet, you are filling out all of this information inside our back office, which is the CRM. Inside that system, you have to develop products or packages that other people can sell. So this is not the time to be lazy. This is not the time to say websites, range, 2,500 to 10,000. That's not going to help you. You have a sales force of people, whether they're speakers or vendors or other strategists, that are sitting on the phone with a potential prospect who says, I need help with the website. And we have got to be able to literally go into the CRM, search inventory, and we've got to be able to see these are all of the different website products. Some of them are $500, some of them are $5,000, some of them are $25,000. So be as specific as possible. If I'm a strategist, so I'll give you, here, let me give you a case scenario. Casey Eberhardt goes and he does a speaking event. He just spoke in front of over 1,000 people at, well, 2 shows back to back. So over 2,000 people at the wedding show and then at the DJ show. He has a form at the end of his event that he has everybody fill out. And on that form, it says, are you interested in blank, 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 911 or 411? If he has 100 people, which I'm going to tell you right now, he does, and he has them sitting here waiting to be processed and hooked up with the right vendors. When he gets done with that event, they fill it out. All of those leads go into the CRM. Now, a strategist like an Anthony Zapata comes in and they look at every single one of those leads in the CRM. They're picking up the phone, they're qualifying that vendor, and they're saying, you know, Joe, I know you recently spoke with Casey Eberhardt. You watched him at the show. How was the event? By the way, you selected that you needed help in the web environment. So, Joe, tell me a little bit about what your issues are. What are the top 3 things you think you need help with as it relates to your website? He's going to take down that information. Then he's going to let them know, Joe, I'm a consumer advocate. I'm a DNet strategist. My job is to make sure that you properly get placed with the right person who can help you or the right company that can help you. So I need you to let me know specifically what is important to you, what is your budget, what is your time frame. Obviously, there are vendors within our network that are all over the board, from $500 to $50,000. I want to make sure that I save you time and make the exact match that's going to be a big fit for your, or be the right fit for your company. So you have a strategist that's asking these questions. Now, while that consumer is talking and they're saying, well, you know, I've got around a $5,500 budget. We'd really like to have our website redone, and we want it done by within the next 60 days. And we want it to be WordPress, and we want it to have a blog, and we want it to be integrated with social media. Our strategist that's on the phone with that consumer is literally inside our back office. They're searching website vendors, then they're going in and searching website products, and they're looking for, where are you located? What have you done? Do you know WordPress? Do you integrate blogs? Do you have social media integration? What is your price points? What are your ranges? What's your monthly fee? What's your startup fee? What's your maintenance fee? What's your hosting fee? So I'm telling you, when it comes to the CRM, you literally just, by joining our network, adopted a sales force, and it is your responsibility to train us on how to sell for you. And the way that you have to do that is by educating us on what your products are, what your pricing is, what's included, how can we sell on your behalf, how can we properly make those matches. So I want everybody who's joining the network to think, and then we're going to wrap up, we'll get on the CRM, but I want you to think about this. You just joined Match.com. If you were trying to partner or form a relationship, think about all of the questions that somebody in Match.com or someone filling out their profile in Match.com is filling out in order to make that a right fit. You guys, be as specific as possible. This is critical. So if I've got somebody that's got a $700 budget and you know a solopreneur web designer, which I'll tell you right now, I remember starting a website company almost a decade ago. And I remember when I first started, I would do a WordPress website for $600. So, and it was just me. I didn't have 25 full-time employees. I didn't have payroll taxes. I didn't have insurance. I didn't have all this stuff. I didn't have office. I didn't have everything. There are those of you out there that will do that. You're a solopreneur and you're just getting started. I will tell you right now, we have a tremendous amount of leads and opportunities in the system that are waiting for someone just like you to raise your hand, join the network, and put in all of your services. Teach us, teach all the yap jobs, teach all the speakers, teach everybody that's constantly in front of people, teach all of the strategists what you do, how you do it, how much you charge, and teach them, train them how to properly match, like Match.com, you up with the right relationships. So, does that sound okay?
That sounds awesome. Here's my thing on my end. I'll simplify my part of this.
Please.
I have leads. I need vendors. I need content writers. I need web developers. I need SEO experts. I have business in my hand. Will somebody take it?
You know what? I shouldn't even do this, but I had three conversations, three people that build websites that literally, because they weren't going to be exclusive within our network. And what was the other reason? I shouldn't do this live, but I'm going to. This was their thought process. I got emails from them that say, no, thank you, I'm going to have to decline. One was because they weren't going to be exclusive. The other one was because they didn't want all three people to join. They just wanted one person to join. And so internal conflict. They didn't want everybody to have the opportunity. Anyway.
Here's the thing. Here's the confusion for me now that you say this, and we probably shouldn't do this live, but we will. Okay.
Bucket load of business.
So they can beat us up later. But here's the reality. What are there? 3,000 leads, 4,000. I don't know how many leads in the system, but between all of us as strategic partners and speakers and everybody that's on board, daily, not weekly, not monthly, daily. I mean, just me, myself, last week alone, I've got 4 clients that are looking for somebody, and I can't find a vendor for them, and they're like, check in hand, ready to write.
Hey, Jan.
Yes.
An important part about what Kay is saying is, and everybody needs to realize, regardless what industry you're in, you're getting an opportunity to compete for business. So even if there are 5 or 10 web developers, make a proposal, make a bid. You've now been put in front of somebody who's looking for a website. It's up to you to win that business. And you may win it sometimes, you may not win it other times, but you know you're in front of somebody who you can get business from. And you have an opportunity to turn down business if you don't want to, but at least get yourself in front of people.
Well, and I'll give you a perfect example. I have one right now she's been quoted. She'd rather not go with anybody else. She'd rather stay within our network. And I'm trying to find somebody that will just do on-site SEO for her site that she built herself and wants to know if it's right. Her budget's $430. Well, for some vendors, that's going to be, I'm not going to touch it for $430. But for some people, that's going to be, oh my gosh, that's exactly what the customer I'm looking for.
I saw her site too. She has a 5-page website. She's willing to pay $430 or $400 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Somebody that needs $400 and knows on-page SEO, raise your hand. I know there's a solopreneur at home doing SEO and they're geniuses. They should raise their hand.
Join the network. You can have it, and she'll sign up tomorrow with you, and you can have a gig. I don't know what to say.
I have another one. We have a web design company in the network that just got asked to do a custom quote for a company that has a $30,000 budget for a custom web project. And every vendor that's in the network's bandwidth is full. They have too much business from the network to say yes to it. So that's where it's at. The overflow, where we're getting notices from our own network members that are saying you're totally kiboshing my own pipeline. Find some more vendors. And now I have it to the point where I have vendors in the network that their pipelines are now so full with leads that we're sending to them.
Yeah.
That they're saying, I have ones I want to send back to you. Do you have somebody that can fulfill that? So change is very interesting for people because they're not paying per lead, which blows my mind, or because it's different, or because it's going to change their business process. Ken, you nailed it. This is the lead acquisition process is the lead acquisition process is already done for you. It's done. It's if people understand the expense that goes behind lead acquisition, generating new prospects, generating new and so forth, the way the network works is it's already built in, it's already designed that way. You just have to show up, learn the systems, participate, learn the network members, make partners, and then serve people beyond their expectations. So with that, I know you're out of here. Ken, you and I, we've got, let's take a 1 minute and then we'll come back on. For those of you that are watching and you want to come back for CRM Mastery, don't miss it. We're going to be showing you how to add your self to our vendor network when you come on board. We're also going to show you how to add your products and services into the inventory module. And lastly, we're going to show you how to use the services, the service items for quotes. Sound all right?
Sounds great.
I appreciate all of you coming this morning and participating in the Accelerate call, and I look forward to seeing you, Kay. I'll be on an airplane in
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks.